Voice is a grammatical property which shows how a subject relates to the verb in a sentence. This video explains voice and teaches how to convert sentences in the active voice to sentences in the passive voice. Before we start though, please subscribe to Informative One and hit the bell icon to receive future videos on time. Active voice. A sentence is in the active voice when its subject performs the action. The subject is the agent or doer of the action. For example, the fairy kissed the baby. The prince smiled. Subjects in these sentences perform their actions. The fairy kisses and the prince smiles. The action is performed on the object if present. Note that some sentences have no object. Passive voice. A sentence is in the passive voice when the subject becomes the receiver of the action instead of doing the action itself. For example, the princess was greeted by friends. Unicorns were seen. Subjects do not perform the action here, but instead become the receivers of the action. The princess is not the one greeting, and unicorns are not the ones seeing. The action is performed by an object if present. Converting from active to passive voice. Let's take the first example. The fairy kissed the baby. To convert a sentence in the active voice to a sentence in the passive voice, first identify the subject, verb, and object. Then follow these 3 simple steps. Switch subject-object positions. The original subject becomes the object and the original object becomes the subject. Our new subject will be the baby and our new object will be the fairy. Use an appropriate form of the linking verb be before the past participle form of the main verb. In our example, the appropriate form would be was. Add this to the main verb and it will become was kissed. Sentences in the passive voice use the past participle form of the main verb always. Add the preposition by before the new object. In our example, this will become by the fairy. Our new sentence in the passive voice will be the baby was kissed by the fairy. A sentence with no direct object can exist only in the active form. You cannot change the voice in the prince smiled to passive. Similarly, a sentence with no clear agent or doer of the action can only exist in the passive form. You cannot change the voice in schools have been closed to active. In order to master how to use voice effectively, especially in writing and during exams, please watch my video titled Active and Passive Voice, When to Use Which. And hey, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video.